Good morning. So, as you can see, I'm outside. I can't really talk too much inside, obviously, because I don't want to wake anyone up being so early. So, I'm out here right now. It's like an hour and a half after that first clip, after I first woke up. But gonna get some sprinting in, and I'm gonna go back through and voice over what I did before then, because I still recorded it. I just wasn't able to talk because I have to be quiet in there, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna get my fasted sprinting done and then come back inside and get my first meal down before I start weight training. All right, I'll see you then. So we got the fasted weigh-in, 208.9 today. And of course, after that, always got to start your day with the Lord, reading a page every day. Start the day, build the foundation. It's the only way to do it. And then after that, I'll write an entire page in my notebook, just emptying my mind, emptying my thoughts for the day, giving it to the Lord and praying to Him, because that's the only way you can really start the day. Regardless if you're religious or not, I think that you should be starting every day like this. Either way, even if it's not in a prayer sense, you should be writing your thoughts down in a notebook to start your day. It's the only way to have a clear mind. Next, we'll get into the supplements I start my day with. Obviously, creatine, one of the best supplements you can take. I take 2 teaspoons before lift and 2 teaspoons after. Yeah, it's a lot, but macro dosing it is so good for your brain. And then I do beef gelatin just for the collagen, tendons, skin, everything. It's so good for you. I also have 1 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm in the basement, in the dungeon. The water heater is gonna explode. I don't know why it's screeching like that, but yeah, now I'm gonna put my contacts in just because I'm blind pretty much without them. I used to have perfect vision, but yeah, you can only outrun your genetics so long, I guess. Everyone in my family wears glasses or some form of sight enhancement. Now just doing some oral care, floss and tongue scraper. I'm not gonna show the tongue scraping because that's pretty gross, but flossing is just super good for your overall health. You don't need that bacteria in your mouth and shit. And then just brush my teeth quick, 2 minutes. Non-negotiable. Oral health, man. If you're not taking care of it, you better start right now. Quick little fasted ab check there. Then just gonna shave my cheeks really quick because I don't know, it just makes my face glow, I think, in my opinion. But the skin is so sensitive that I always end up cutting myself, and there's always red marks or some shit on my face. So maybe it's not that good, but it's in my routine, so I just keep doing it because I like to do it. Now I'm gonna come back upstairs and do my grip check. At this point it's 4 a.m, so I've been up for an hour, and my grip's been way down recently, but I think that's because of a couple variables. One, probably because it's early, so my CNS isn't awake. I think if I did this at 12, it would be way higher. And 2, I don't have any more chalk, which helps keep your hand in place. I mean, I'll show you a picture later, but I mean, I pretty much maxed it out. Granted, this was back in December, but still, I have a strong grip. I promise this is not indicative of what my grip is normally at, but yeah. All right, just finished 50 reps of 20-yard accelerations nonstop in my backyard. I would record it, but it's literally pitch black out and the sun is not gonna come up for another hour. So I didn't feel like it was worth it to waste the recording on something you couldn't see, but I will probably get some footage after my weights because I've been sprinting before weights, after weights, and then after work. But today I think I'm gonna do something different, and after work do more agility, because change of direction is something I struggle with. So I need to get better at that. Plus I've been doing a lot of sprint volume, so I think that changing the stimulus is gonna be good for me for the variability. But yeah, next clip I'll be eating. All right, so I'm gonna voice this part over, but it's like the end of the day now. I'm going back and voicing over all this after work and stuff. Dude, I'm gonna keep this in. I'm like just laughing, just watching this, but I'm sick. I'm a sick puppy. Like, I like to watch people eat, and I'm gonna post what I like, what I love. I love these types of videos where it's people's lifestyle. I want to see what you're doing. I know you might not care. You don't have to watch, but there's just something so intimate about watching someone eat / having a conversation with them, listening to them talk, that I just love it. So I'm gonna keep it in. So what I'm eating right here, obviously I had a banana first just for the potassium, to drive more carbs into the muscle. So there's something that I learned about in March, actually, and it's called the SGLT1 pathway transporter, and what it stands for is sodium glucose. I don't remember what the L stands for. The T is transporter though. I don't know what the significance of the one is either, but basically it just means that you want to combine high sodium and high glucose before your workout, and potassium, in order to drive all the nutrients into the muscle where you want it to go. And that's why when you have something that's both salty and sweet, it tastes so good. That's why you should always trust your intuition. If something tastes good, it's more than likely good for you, in moderation, in the correct dosages. Of course, we don't want to be out here eating cookies and cake, but at the same time, those things are bad inherently because they're man-made. If you're eating things that are whole foods and it tastes good to you, more likely than not, it is good for you. So if you're looking to optimize your nutrition a little more, I would try having a good amount of salt and obviously a good amount of sugar / carbohydrates before your next workout. But yeah, I'm literally eating like a child. I'm eating ripped up sourdough bread that like soaked in milk, pretty much. Why am I eating that? I don't know. I've just been eating it recently because my brother gets a lot of sourdough, so it's on hand. So why not just take advantage of it, you know? So that's my thought process. That's my meal, and it's super light on my stomach. It digests really easy. No digestive stress while I'm actually doing these powerful anaerobic activities. And clean bowl club right there. Finished it off. Happy. All right, here's a little unpumped physique right here. Just before I start training, just seeing what we look like. I'm pretty happy with overall everything I'm bringing to the table right now. My midsection obviously is a priority for me. My back, shoulders, all that, everything's in a pretty good spot right now. Good size, good density. Okay, get into it. All right, so I recorded like one set for each exercise movement that I'm doing. For abs, for these dragonflies, I did 3 because I did one video clip for each weight that I was doing. So I start off with body weight, just keeping the tension on the muscle. You can see pretty vaguely, but if you look hard enough, like all the grooves in my midsection. Just had to reset there. The biggest thing here is the eccentric stretch. I've been doing these for, I don't know, maybe like a week. Bro, my abs feel like they have crazy scar tissue in there almost. Like I'm ripping apart my pelvis. Like my Adonis belt. That V line down into your, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this has been a really good variation for me. The one that really helped me build my abs, I'm definitely gonna go back to, and you guys will see at some point. But for now, I'm gonna gatekeep that, keep that under wraps. Some people know what I'm talking about, but chances are you don't. But yeah, I mean, I never had abs until I was 21 years old because I never really trained them directly, and it was never really a focus because of being an athlete, being a baseball player. That's not really something that you focus on. And if I had done it sooner, I probably would have had abs sooner, because most of the time people's abs just aren't big enough to be seen. Right here we got 30 pounds. Honestly, like the concentric here isn't really that important to me. I'm just trying to get it up high enough so that I can really milk that eccentric and like tear apart all the fibers, muscle fibers going down like into my belly button. That's really my goal. And then I do like 4 reps here, I think. I like to reset after every one. Go to failure. I mean, that rep was pretty bad, but it's failure, so it's fine. That's how it grows, is intensity. And yeah, here's my last set of dragon flags modified to be like way harder than a normal dragon flag. I don't even know if there's people on the planet that could really do this, because like the only thing that's supported on the bench is my upper back and traps, so my core has like crazy demand because there's nothing like holding it up, you know. I think that's why it literally feels like I'm being blasted with a Gatling gun through my navel, you know. But 15 pounds here. I think I did 10 reps. And again, with the weights, just I do bend my knees a little bit more to get the weight high, but as I go down they straighten out as much as I can. At this point, I'm pretty fried in that department, and after a while, your abs just get so fatigued that you're kind of just using spine more than anything, and that's when I know it's like, all right, this muscle is so obliterated, it's not going to contract for me anymore. It's time to stop, you know. It's kind of an uncomfortable setup. It's hard to get into, but it's definitely worth it. And then after that, go straight into oblique side bend deadlifts. You're gonna see like my range of motion is, you'd think it's pretty small, but since I'm staying in the end range and keeping the tension on, and I'm going intensely and I'm going heavy, that's really all that matters. You can see those serratus anterior on the opposite side working pretty hard on these. Just a lot of scap protraction. And yeah, I know this like looks stupid as hell, right? Like he's not even doing reps, but trust me, if you want to get like a thick, blocky, powerful trunk, which like some people might not want that, don't do this. But if you want that, if you want to like be a horse, you want to be built like a damn gorilla, you need to start doing these or some variation of side bends, man, because obliques are super underrated. You can look at my profile picture, it's pretty overstated there that obliques matter. I have 2 steel cables running down the sides of my abdomen that actually end up making my abs look better because they're framing my abs, you know. It's all just things to think about here. But I was doing 225 for 22 reps. Yeah, just again trying to keep the tension on. A lot of spinal flexion too, as well as lateral flexion. All good things, you know. If you get stronger in a range, it's gonna grow, you know. A stronger muscle is a bigger muscle. I've been doing obliques for quite some time, so that's why they're so thick and developed. You can see that right there. Moving on, just I was doing 4 sets for both neck extension and neck flexion, but I only recorded 1 set. My neck work recently has honestly been kind of boring because I'm using lighter weight and just focusing on really contracting the muscle. I was really going heavy recently, like doing 135 for like 15 reps with each flexion and extension. But honestly, my neck gets a lot more sore now from doing the lighter weight because I'm just focusing on activating the nervous system and the motor units in the way that it needs to be activated in order to stimulate the adaptation I'm trying to get in the neck, which is honestly just make it bigger. And on neck flexion, I'm really thinking about clenching my jaw. It's such a weird feeling. I would not be able to tell you how to do it. It's just something I've learned how to do over the past nearly like 2 years of training neck. So I still have a lot of gains to make in the neck department because all my other body parts I've been training for like 12 years. My abs I've been training for like 1 year. But yeah, anyways, moving on. Not gonna bore you with that. Moving on to pull-ups. Just 1 set, but I was doing 4 sets of 12. Again, I was doing really heavy with these. Like, shoot, I was doing like 1 rep maxes at one point with like 135, but again, I'm just trying to like mess around with certain things, challenge my body in different ways. I couldn't get the belt on. I had to make it looser. It wouldn't go over my butt, you know. Gotta have those horse glutes. But yeah, my pull-up form is a little bit unorthodox, but again, kind of just more focused on the tension. If it was like a street pull-up competition, obviously I'd probably try and get my head like way above the bar, but also the roof in my garage is kind of low, so I don't really want to bang my head on the top. But that was one set of pull-ups, and I recorded a couple sets of overhead press, Z press. This is like a killer exercise. If you're not doing this, you should really try it. Really isolates your overall just delts. It makes you just look like a monster. But yeah, I think I'll just keep it at one set here too, even though I took some other videos. But I used bumpers. I'll keep this second set in here. But yeah, I used bumpers today. Normally I use metal. I was able to get 6 reps here instead of normally I got stuck on like 4 with the metal, but I was able to get 6 with the rubber bumpers. But yeah, I really like this movement, and it also just makes my back and scaps look crazy. I'm pretty sure maybe I got stapled on the 6-1 here. We'll see. 4. Yep. 5. Oh, I got stapled on 5. That's embarrassing. All right, and then this is post lift. I also did a set of bench supported like lateral raises, kind of. I'll show those another time. I was kind of running low on time, but yeah, definitely pump makes a difference, I'll tell you that. Yeah, again, I'm really happy with the way I look overall right now. Trying some different poses. I don't really know where I'm at in space when I'm moving around, so I gotta look. But that Atlas pose, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just emoting at this point. Yeah. And then I think I'm gonna dance again. Oh wait, no, I remember. That just makes my core look horrible. My vacuum is kind of decent, I feel like. I don't really care about bodybuilding. I don't even know why I'm doing that. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good dancing. And then, I said I would record a couple sprints. I was pretty gassed, so these are gonna be like pretty high effort. But I did another 50. But it's all about the intention of the movement. I gotta slow down when I go that way. Otherwise, because there's a little hill, I'm just gonna like roll down it if I sprint through it. But this way I can sprint pretty hard. Yeah, moving pretty good there. All right, this is me driving to work. This is kind of some performative BS. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna show, but the endorphins were kicking, dude. So I was just like going crazy. Also, the phone like kept moving around and shit, so the formatting looks pretty awful. We made it into work. All right, here's me eating my post-training, first half at least, meals. I just literally put as many sweet potatoes as I can fit into my little Tupperware containers. I don't think I'm gonna really show the whole meal like I would do the other ones when I'm at home it's just not really as intimate, you know. And I bust these down pretty quickly. I think I finished them both in like 10 minutes. But yeah, start with the sweet potato, get the more carb rich, resistant starched out, and then I will move on to the yogurt next. Yeah, then here's me finishing the yogurt. I got a little different angle. I was getting creative, but it's just one tub of non-fat Greek yogurt. Pretty good, all my protein. Little fit check here, and then the next clip is gonna be me at lunch. So that'll be interesting. Well, dude, that's some BS. So normally on my lunch break, I like to get the tarp off, get the socks off the feet, and get grounding on this big ass field. But it's right by a boys and girls club, so they're doing something on it, so I don't even know if I can get on it. So I might just have to walk around downtown or something. That's another thing about being downtown, is in the city, man, there's some wild shit going on. This dude talking about they're gonna fight. I'm not trying to be in the middle of that. Just kidding, yeah, I am. I'm trying to get to work. I don't really care that people look at me while I'm doing this, because again, it's like, how would they even know unless they looked at my phone what I'm doing? Like, genuinely, I'm just talking like I'm on FaceTime or something. Like, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. So yeah, I think that's just the method, because I know some people, they get really self-conscious about it, and they're like, yo, I don't want anyone to see me doing this. But it's like, you know, how bad do you want it? And like, if you're passionate about it, nothing should stop you. You know, you gotta be your own best friend. And I pride myself on that. I pride myself on knowing myself really, really well, knowing what I want, what I don't want, and learning, constantly learning more about myself, because every single minute, every single hour, every single day, you're changing constantly. And if you're not doing progress updates on your situation currently, throughout the day, throughout the hour, throughout the minute, you won't really be able to keep up with all of the twists and turns and curves that is going to happen in this life. And the person that you're eventually going to become is going to be foreign to you completely if you don't keep up with that hygiene, spiritual hygiene. Honestly, a lot of people are undeveloped in the spiritual realm these days. We live in a society with a lack of strong spirits. That's why it's so rare when you come across someone with a spirit that really has that boisterous, booming beast. Yeah, alliteration, a lot of bees, but like just that fullness, you know? You know, when you come across someone with a strong spirit, you can just kind of like feel the aura almost. Not even being corny, but like aura is a real thing. Like, we all give off energy, we all give off vibrations. We're all sending unconscious signals throughout our entire day to everyone around us in our environment about what we're projecting internally from our spirit. I feel like if people really committed to really pushing aside all the bullshit in their life and committed to finding what makes them tick, what makes them passionate, what makes them feel alive, you know, we would live in a much better world. We're always going to be driven by two things: hunger and sexual desire. But if you can have enough spiritual power built up to the point where you can ascend past those primitive desires and be aware of when you have those cravings and shut them down and tell the flesh that, no, I'm in charge. That's real growth. That's really when life starts to change. Get more connected to the source of where everything begins and ends, and that's the Creator. Perpetual surplus inside of my spirit. And I just want to kind of take a piece of it and share it with whoever may listen. A couple more hours, finish up, and then do some more like agility sprint work when I get back home. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Yo, dude, that ghrelin monster coming for me right now. I'm getting ravenously hungry. I hate when my ghrelin gets freaking high like this. I need to leptin max, bro. My appetite's been cooked. Don't ever get fat, bro. All right, we made it through the workday. Now it's time to go home and probably breathe in a million toxins because it's fucking yellow as shit outside. But when I pick it back up, I'll be doing some agility work. All right, we're back in the backyard. Dude, it smells like a chimney back here, or just outside in general. But yeah, probably gonna do like 20 shuttles pretty much across like the width of my backyard. My agility is pretty abysmal. I'm basically just a straight line speed type of guy. Normally I've been doing a lot of sprint intervals after work, but I think I'm gonna switch it up. I've been doing that for a while. I put a lot of miles on my legs. I mean, even this morning, I put, I don't know, like a mile and a half, I think. Like 120 yard sprints. I don't know what that math is, but yeah, I think we're gonna take it kind of a little bit lighter, so to speak, comparatively to what I've been doing, especially because the air quality is kind of nasty. I don't need to run myself into the ground and kill my lungs, you know? So yeah, that's the plan. This is like the widest I could get the camera. You still can't see the whole backyard. So yeah, it's like 20 yards across. I'm just gonna do 10, 20, 10. So 40 yards total, probably 20 reps. Abs still look all right. Post work, yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty awful rep. Honestly, being barefoot doesn't help, but I'm also trying to keep my feet strong, so I'm not putting shoes or cleats on. And I'm just gonna fight through it. And yeah, I don't really care. If anything, it's just like a broken sprint, kinda. Dude, I'm so freaking hungry, man. Oh, dude, my feet are slapping the ground hard as hell. Kinda doesn't feel the best on my heels, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, I think that's all you really need to see. I'm pretty pitiful. My God, you can see I've already had a couple bites. Holy, dude, look at my mouth. I look like a zombie, all blue already. Yeah, but I'm having blueberries, this whole bowl. Dude, I'm a pretty messy eater, kinda. I'm sure that you already can tell that from, because I'm gonna keep those clips in of me eating. You know, you need to be authentic to who you are. And if you're doing things that you like, not everyone's gonna like it, but the thing is that you might find people who enjoy the same things that you do, and that's all that really matters, is building that genuine, authentic connection. You should be yourself in terms of who you are at your core, like your passions and the things that you want out of life, but you shouldn't be who you are, because you can always improve on what you are right now. I just love talking with my mouth full. I look crazy right now. I look like I'm missing teeth. Most people are gonna watch this and probably be like, yo, this shit is boring as hell. Especially when I start posting more, like, my days are all the same, pretty much. If you look at any man that's worth his salt at all, he has his systems and he's copy and pasting them as much as possible, especially if they're working. If they're getting results, he better be copy and pasting them. And I was just built and designed to live like this, because my mindset on it is, I don't look at things as, oh, this is hard or this is easy. Things just are. And you have to take them at face value. Once you assign a label to something, that's when it kind of loses its magic. There's no such thing as good or bad things. If your brain has any sort of development at all, you should be able to see every single perspective that comes your way from every single human. And you should be able to say, yeah, I understood why they made that decision. You don't have to like it. You don't have to be like, oh, I'm gonna do that. But you should be able to fathom why they would make a decision like that. I think I'm gonna keep doing this, because, like, what's the other alternative, you know? I'm the one consuming content instead of creating it, which creativity is like the most important thing you could cultivate. And the way things are going nowadays, I know I kind of already touched on this during my break, but a lot of people's creativity is being hindered because they don't have an outlet for it. Now, even before I decided to start doing this, which making videos has really been a passion of mine since I was a little kid. I got some crazy ass videos from back in the day of me doing some crazy stuff, making videos though, like 1 million videos. It was crazy. Just doing anything. But that's not the point. I digress. Before I decided to start recording what I do in my life, my lifestyle, I still had a creative outlet, and that was just, and it's not even like a creative outlet, it's like ultimate endeavor. And that's ultimately just to see how far I can push the human body, what I can get it to do. And I know that I'm not the most genetically gifted or whatever. So it's like, how far am I really gonna be able to push it? But Yo, I can see how far that I can push it in comparison to me where I was. You know, it's like that meme of the guy digging for a diamond and one of them walks away. I know not a lot of people are gonna watch this, and probably not for a while, but it's fine because I'm just gonna keep doing this for years and decades and centuries if I live that long. I just want to find those connections, those people that I can really relate to on the deepest level of my soul. That's all. That's what really brings me joy, when I can connect with someone on such a deep spiritual level. Like, I can't even describe the euphoria. I also think the talking helps. It helps my hunger signaling. Because I'm not just like pounding the meal, you know? Because like, the faster you eat food, the slower your body's gonna tell you you're full. That's why most people overeat. Because you're watching your phone or you're watching some form of content. Shoot, you might be eating, watching this right now. If you're actually being present with the meal, you're gonna get full a lot sooner. God gave everyone certain superpowers, and it's your job to figure out what they are, and then do that to the best of your ability. And it's not really that hard. You just kind of got to look at your heart posture, because God plants seeds in there, and whatever brings you that true euphoria, that true fulfillment, that's what you should be doing. Oh, this syrup is dangerous. It's really good, but it's staining the hell out of everything. I'll probably brush my teeth after this and then like film a little outro or whatever. My hand is freezing. Those blueberries are so cold. Also, frozen blueberries are fresher than the fresh ones, and they're cheaper for more volume. I put you on. It was kind of a roller coaster. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna save that for another video. It's already been 30 minutes, bro. Shut your mouth. Alright, I'm gonna clean my teeth so that like I can open my mouth and not look jank. Alright, you can see my teeth are better. Yeah, I don't that late. I'll stay out a bit. But we're back to where we started. We're for full circle here. Pretty much. Yeah. And this is gonna be the outro spot for today, I guess. Yeah, I have a rest day tomorrow, so I'm not gonna do anything. That's actually extra boring. Get to freaking push my body to the limit. But yeah, if you made it this far, which I still have to edit the video, I don't know how long this is gonna end up being. It might be really freaking long, because I'm gonna try and keep it like somewhat kind of raw and unfiltered. My tongue's still purple, by the way. Sorry if that scared you. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you guys for watching. Whatever you're going through right now, just know that whether you're religious or not, the Lord will carry you through and everything will be all right. You guys stay blessed.